Welcome back to Couch Collectibles. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. In today's video, we're looking at some silver Morgan dollars that are worth money. What you can look for on your Morgan dollars that can give them some value. So let's just hop right into it. Again, if you haven't seen any of my coin and collectible videos, feel free to check them out on the channel. Let's go and start with the 1891 silver Morgan dollar. Alright, so if you're not familiar with Morgan dollars, on the back of the coin, they're going to have a mint mark. Now, there's going to be a no mint mark, 1891, a CC mint mark, which means it was produced in Carson City, an O mint mark, New Orleans, and an S mint mark, San Francisco. So that will be at the bottom on the reverse of the coin, right in between the D and O of dollar. So that's where the mint marks are going to be. Now, let's look at some different coin prices for these coins and what you should be looking for. Now, first up, you can look for a double Die Obverse. So you want to look for the doubled ear on the 1891. Here's an image of arrows pointing to that doubled ear. Now, here is the coin. Now, this coin here, you got to keep in mind that it is not graded at a high grade, a mint state grade, or anything like that. It's in, not so great condition. It's only graded at a very fine 25. This has got doubling on the ear and the upper lip there. This coin sold for over $200. Now, had it been a mint state grade, the coin could have sold for a lot more money. Now, here is what is called a spitting eagle. It's basically just a little tiny die chip you see coming, right below the beak of the eagle there. So you can look for that as well. Here is that coin, the spitting eagle. Now, it's the 1891 Carson City. So a CC mint mark there on the reverse of the coin. And again, we see that eagle, that die chip there taking place on this coin. Now, this coin here sold for over $40,000. And the reason why is because it's got that high grade of a mint state 66. So, the coin grading scale only going up to 70. This is at a 66. That's what's going to give it value. Now, if we compare that to an 1891 Carson City that is graded at a fine 12, this coin being in, not so great condition, lower on the coin grading scale, we see the CC there on the reverse of the coin. This coin only sold for around $190. So, a big difference in coin prices there for those two Morgan dollars. Now, here's how many they actually made for the 1891 no mint mark: 8.6 million, 1.6 million for the CC mint mark, 7.9 million for the O mint mark, and 5.2 million for the S mint mark. So the Carson City, the one with the CC mint mark, is the lowest minted out of the four 1891 Morgan dollars there. So here's an example of an 1891 that has just got a high grade. It doesn't have any types of errors. The high grade is super important. And of course, the higher the grade that you have these in, typically the more rare they're going to become, especially older coins like this. This coin sold for over $13,000. Now, same thing with the O mint mark. This coin here only sold for around $30. It's graded at a very fine 20. Again, we see that O mint mark there on the reverse of the coin. But if we look at a high graded version of the O mint mark, this coin being graded by PCGS at a mint state 65, this silver Morgan dollar here nearly sold for $13,000 as well. Big difference there, $13,000 versus 30 bucks. Now, we do also have a 1891 proof Morgan dollar as well. So this coin here sold for over $37,000, again because of its high grade of a proof 68. Now, for the S mint mark, here is the 1891 S Morgan dollar. It is graded at an extra fine 40, and this coin sold for around $35. But again, if we go to a mint state 67 grade on the 1891 S, this coin sold for over $12,000. Doesn't have any types of errors, it's just the condition. So big difference in coin prices there based on the grade of the coin. Now, also for the Carson City, we have a lower grade here, a very fine 25 grade by NGC. This coin sold for around $140 as compared to an 1891 Carson City with a mint state 67 grade that sold for over $32,000. Of course, the coin prices depend on when the coin sells, what the population of the coins are, you know, how many of these coins exist at a mint state 67 or higher grade. That can always change and the value can always fluctuate. So check out these other Morgan dollars that are worth money. You want to look for a doubled die reverse. Alright, so you want to look for that with your coin microscopes. You want to look for that on the arrows on the reverse. And you can see that there in the images displayed. So always be on the lookout for that. These are on the 1900 Morgan dollar. So we're looking at the 1900. We'll look at some other Morgan dollar dates as well. I've done some Morgan dollar videos, but not too many. Just type in Morgan dollars couch collectibles and you'll find those videos, or dollar coins couch collectibles and you'll find those. So look for that double die reverse. Now this first one is graded at an extra fine 45. We see here on the coin slab. And you also see that it says it's been cleaned. So it's been cleaned, all right? So the coin is not gonna sell for a lot if you clean your coins. Don't clean your coins. All right, so this coin did sell for around $30. But if we look at the same exact coin, 1900, double die reverse, different VAM, which I'm not gonna get into. All right, 1900 DDR, see it says the arrows. This coin is graded at a mint state 65. So we go from a $30 coin to over a $250 coin. So it really depends on the grade of your coin when determining the ultimate value. Now, if we look at a 1900 Morgan dollar that is solely valuable because of its high grade of a mint state 67, this coin sold for nearly $13,000. Now why? Because of that mint state 67 grade. It doesn't have any types of errors or anything like that. It's just a very good condition coin. The coin grading scale only goes up to 70, so this at a 67 is going to give it a lot of value. Now if we look at the same coin, we go from a mint state 67 grade to a about uncirculated 55 grade. This coin only sold for around $40. So these are fairly common in this kind of condition. But they're going to be extremely rare in this kind of condition, and that's why we go from a $40 coin to nearly a $13,000 coin. Now also what you want to look for is a double die obverse. So look for doubling on the stars. We can see the stars doubled here in this image. So always be on the lookout for those, the double die obverse. Now let's look at some different prices for those. Here's a 1900 double die obverse. Now you can see that the coin is graded at a mint state 64, and this coin sold for over $1,000. $1,000. Now this is the O mint mark. So if we zoom in here on the reverse, you can see the O mint mark between the D and the O of dollar right above it. So that is where the mint mark is going to be if it does have one. Now for the O mint mark high grade, this coin sold for over $9,000 because of that high grade of a mint state 67. So it doesn't have any types of errors. Again, it's solely valuable because of its high grade. And there's that O mint mark there between the D and the O. Now for the 1900 O mint mark, this is the lower graded version, only graded at a good 6. This coin sold for around $45. So even in this condition, 45 bucks, not too bad. But usually, you know, you're probably not even gonna get that maybe out of this. But 45 bucks for a 1900 O mint mark and a very bad condition. All right, so if we look at another thing to look for on these, this is a very, very interesting thing to look for on the 1900 Morgan dollar. Now, you guys know that the mint mark CC means Carson City. However, this is the O mint mark over top of the CC. So you see the CC there on both sides of the O? You see the outline of the CC there? That kind of like Couch Collectibles, CC. So that's pretty cool. Look for that. That is going to make your coins valuable, of course. CC. Always want to look for those. The O over the CC mint mark. Now here's an example of that. Now here on the coin slab you can see 1900 O/CC. Now it is only graded at a good 6, so it's not going to sell for a lot of money with that grade for this coin. This coin only sold for around $60, $55 to $60. But if we look at the same exact coin, this coin sold for over $15,000. That has that O over the CC mint mark. And you zoom in there, you can kind of see that there. Now this coin is graded at a mint state 66, so that is why it's going to sell for over that $15,000. So a huge difference in the condition of these coins. Now something you also want to look for on the 1900 O mint mark is this die break. These have been found. So you see this little line there going through the 1 of the date 1900, 1 and then touching the 9 there almost. That is a die break taking place there. So always be on the lookout for those types of things with your coin microscopes. Now for the 1900S, we'll look at a lower graded. It's not the lowest graded, but it's graded at an extra fine 40, still pretty decent condition. But the coin's only sold for around $85. But if we look at that same exact coin, and again, here's that S mint mark there at the bottom, in between the D and the O. But if we look at the same exact 1900 S mint mark, graded at a mint state 66, this coin sold for over $9,000. So huge difference in coin prices there. If you're new, feel free to subscribe in the middle. Check out the videos to the left of me. And until tomorrow, I'll see you guys in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.